Couple of attempts to see if I could fight the gazers at my current level, and the answer was a resounding no. So I'm restoring from that save, but not going to make another attempt. Probably not. Certainly not. Back to the prison tower. Now my situation here is that there's a bunch of, as far as I can tell, completely identical guards with the same dialogue trees. There's this big set of doors that don't have a handle or anything and don't budge. And therefore, for now, shut the door. There's the security corridor. Those 4 coins on the ground there are me trying to bribe the dude in the previous session. Ask the guards, tell them you need to open the inner security door, where's the key? And they will all, as far as I know, respond that if you bribe them with gold, they'll tell you how to get through the door. They won't take just 4 gold, they won't take anything else of value, and I am unable to find any more gold in the entire game. I even asked on an Ultima Discord if there is somewhere that I've missed that has some gold, and I got no responses. The official hint book and the Ultima Codex Wiki walkthroughs for this section both just skip this part. They're like, just go, you go through the door. Can you not hear me at all? Yeah, wow, the mic levels are low even though it's maxed. Check, check. Let's turn up the gain on the back a little bit. I do not know what happened. I was using this mic just earlier today and it was fine. How are the levels now? Like, it looks like it's a little better. I'm gonna check and see if it's grabbing the wrong mic entirely. I confirmed that it's using the Yeti mic. I have not changed any settings. So I am quite bewildered. I have now really cranked the gain on the mic. Is that better? No, the game sound I can turn down. I just can't turn the mic any higher in OBS. It's all very bewildering. Okay, so I was bitching that so far the game has signposted that I either should bribe this guard, and as far as I can tell, all of the guards have exactly the same dialogue, to find out the security procedure. Except that, as far as I can tell, there is not enough money in the entire game world up until this point to do that. So I have either missed some gold, or this is a red herring and I'm supposed to solve this some other way, or there is actually a guard that looks the same as everybody else but has different dialogue. Saying certainly not does not, as I might hope, wind up with a guard being like, oh, you're obviously trustworthy. So far, yes. They all have exactly the same dialogue. Let's try the ones down here. Maybe they're different. These are different. They look the same, but they do have different dialogue. And what would you be wanting, human? Where are we? You're in the Guardian's prison tower, human, and that's where you'll stay till I hear otherwise. Okay, I can threaten to kill him, which is not very Avatar-ly, or I can say I will speak to your superiors. Go on, do. Okay. And how about you? Are you different? Nope. I have not spoken to thy captain yet, so I assume that that will not go well for me. I could lie, but I'm assuming that if I say the captain says let me out, they'll ask for some form of proof. Let's see. I will see thy captain. Born's on the 5th floor. Okay. See, the annoying thing is, when trying to figure out if I had missed some gold somewhere in the game, I believe I was spoiled as to how to get through this door. And it's not hard. I just don't feel like it's signposted enough that I'm supposed to be able to just figure it out by just randomly doing stuff until it works. And so I'm trying to figure out how you're supposed to figure it out. And as far as I can tell, there is no way you're supposed to just sit here and do stuff until it works. Because, yeah, you just can't have both doors open at the same time. But, like, absolutely nothing has made me think that that should work. So I feel like there's something that I missed. But when I've asked people if I missed something, nobody has been able to tell me that there's something that I missed. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm here now. Guess I'll save. Keep the same save game name. Random crap in detritus and up to the next floor. That's up to the next floor. Hey, Freemus, who let the ape in? The goblins laugh. And that's it. They are peaceful. They're not even, like, annoyed. And doesn't look like I can actually talk to them because when I try, they just have a bit of dialogue that laughs at me, and then yeah, they think that I'm bringing them food, which makes sense because that's the lie that got me in. Jesus Christ. Let me guess, you're pissed that I'm visiting you in the bath. Yep, that is exactly what's happened. Can't the guy not take a shower hereabouts? They have managed indoor plumbing. That's pretty cool. Granted, due to a paucity of character models, he's wielding his club in the shower. That sounds terrible, and it's not what I meant. I would like to take that one again. Do not mind them. Come, what art thou looking for? I know the way upstairs. I don't need a weapon. I don't think I want to give away that I'm opposed to the Guardian, so I'm going to say nothing for now. Little hot tub over here. Alright, that's the second floor. Oh, there, human, art thou hungry? Thou art in the right place. What place is that? We're in the kitchen, friend, my favorite place to be. You see, I'm a distant cousin to the regent, so I make sure the captain posts me here as often as possible. Who is the regent? Our king, of course. He is called the regent because technically he rules in the Guardian's name, but the Titan has promised to allow us considerable autonomy. Is this the first time the Guardian is referred to as a Titan? Because in some of my fanfic, I called him and his race, which the games wound up not doing that as a thing, Titans, and then kind of backed away from it because it was a namespace collision with Ultima 8's Elemental Titans. But I think this is the first time he's referred to as a Titan. And I'm not sure I had been aware that he ever actually was in an actual game. So that's cool. How pleasant of him. I see we understand each other. 'Tis a pity so few humans were able to swallow their nationalistic pride and take part in the reshaping of our world. It is to be hoped that soon more of you will join us. Indeed, my countrymen are fools. 'Tis true, 'tis true. This war is a very sad thing. Janar looks pensive for a moment. Well, enough sentimental talk. Wilt thou have some food? Aye, and thank thee. Thou wilt be finding it in the kitchen to the east. I will be seeing thee. Alright, okay, I have learned more. That's the kitchen over there. Up here we have sleeping pallets, maybe? Or maybe countertops to make bread. Could go either way. To look at that, a human. Multiple humans. How bizarre. Some food. Well, let's talk to some humans. Or not. He stares at you grimly, spreads his hands, and opens his mouth. You see now that his tongue has been cut out. I'm going to assume that that is also the case for the other human. No, he can talk. You see a man dressed in the tatters of what was once fine clothing. Who art thou, and how comest another human here? I am Magister, here on important business. Goblin's business? How very nice for thee. Stay thy wrath. I am forced to be their servant just as thou art. I apologize. 'Tis rare to see a brother human in these parts. How didst thou come to be here? 'Tis thought a fine joke among their race to be served by the former leaders of ours. Who wert thou before you fell to thy current station? My name is Felix. I was once Prince of Firna in the north, and my men and I were among the first to fall, plague-weakened, starved to the goblin armies. It pleased them to make a slave of an aristocrat, but I know not how my men fared. But what is this place? Truthfully, I know not. Some sort of important prison. Some say it holds a captive demon, others say 'tis Bishop himself. What dost thou know about Bishop? If one human can win this war, 'tis he. They say he fears nothing and cannot be beaten in the field. It is said he allied with darker powers even than the goblins are. Then how was he defeated? The rotten gobs have a titan backing them. They say it's the Guardian, and they've promised him something in return for blighting our cattle and crops. The Guardian? Who can tell me more about this? You need only continue thy path upward to discover all. Above us lies Born, the captain of the guards, and above him are the cells. But thou must be gone from here now. The guards return every 20 minutes. Perhaps I shall see thee again. I shall return for certain. I'm not sure I believe that the guards have a rotation, but there's a rat in here that wants a piece of me and is attacking the bars. Lovely. You do you, Mr. Rat. Alright, I'm on. Oh yeah, this is level 5. I forgot level 1 was where I first came in from the gem. Goblin Guard. Please try not to touch anything, sir. The armory is a restricted area. Armory, authorized goblins only. Smithy. And a hallway. That leads up to The cells? An irritable goblin looks up from his work. Don't tell me, let me guess. I suppose this time you want them all made of gold, or ice, or roast beef. What are you talking about? Talking about these infernal Frasnium gauntlets. 'Tis like trying to forge links of wax or resin, and no doubt thou art come from the capital to demand gauntlets of buttered toast. Why do you make these Frasnium gauntlets? I haven't the slightest idea. The security here is so tight, I don't even know where I am. All I know is I'm a goblin in a room making gauntlets out of Frasnium because the Guardian wants it that way. I can say if it were me, I would know how to do it. But I don't. So I'm going to save before considering trying to do it. May I have a pair of these gauntlets? What? Thou dost want a pair from me when a single pair takes 3 weeks to make? Get thee gone, Humi. I mean, fair enough. I've come to help thee. What exactly is the problem? I know how I would make them. I can suggest to just make iron gauntlets with a Frasnium coating. That'll probably get him killed. Or I can say, what wilt thou give me if I tell thee? I'd just make iron gauntlets with a Frasnium coating. He stares into space for a moment, repeating your words to himself. What? It just might work, actually. Yes, I thank thee, and no doubt the Guardian does too. Seems unlikely. I've probably just sabotaged your Frasnium gauntlets. There's some there that I could maybe try to steal. And this door is locked. Okay. And that's the armory, which is only for authorized goblins. Offered to barter, he just had a worse helm than I'm already wearing. But I thought the captain of the guard was on this level. And I ain't seen him. So he might be in the armory. Locked though it is. Danger. Do not enter without armed escort. There is a guard here. Goblin guard gazes at you coldly. What dost thou want? I can threaten him that he should open the door. I can say please. Say I'm lost. I can type something. That's fascinating, and presumably I get a code somewhere or something. I did not expect that. I typed XYZZY into the other prompt, and it responded in a hollow voice. The goblin says fool. Amazing. Ah, door with the goblins or the guardian's face on it. So this is probably the captain. Born, yes. Lorca Baton, thou art here already? And now I can pretend to be someone else. Or claim my actual name and probably wind up fighting the whole tower. The trade winds favored my voyage. 'Tis great to be here. 'Tis a relief that thou hast come. Thy friend upstairs has given us no end of trouble. What exactly is the matter? Even in captivity, he has resisted our interrogator's finest efforts. If we had his knowledge of rebel tactics, we could end this war within a year, crush the last rebel resistance. As it is, he just sits there smugly, waiting for his friends to break in and rescue him. I shall crack him like a walnut, my friend. Cute. The results of thy visit are eagerly awaited in the capital. These gauntlets shall get thee through the force field, and the password is Shibboleth. The guard will let thee through. That's... very Old Testament. I am on my way. Wearing a pair of serviceable Frasnium gauntlets. Okay. I am still flabbergasted that they had a hollow voice says fool joke. Said Shibboleth to the goblin. He says, there you go, sir. And has opened a door. Surprised there are goblins in here. Halt, stranger, thou art in a secure area. What wouldst thou here? I'm here to see the prisoner, Bishop. What is the password? It is... Shibboleth. Okay, go ahead. Kind of anticlimactic. A lot of goblins in here. A lot of items that belong to goblins. Some booze. A chain, which I have pulled, having no idea what it actually does. Presumably that. Door is locked. Ah, yes. The Frasnium gauntlets get me through the force field. And I go into an excessively dark room. Dignified man in rags greets you courteously. I presume thou art my newest interrogator? My old one was quite worn out. Why no, I am Magister, Avatar of the Eight Virtues. Who art thou? 'Tis an honor. I am Bishop, leader of the human resistance on this world. I regret I do not meet thee under more auspicious circumstances. Thou hast heard of me? Thy name is known and honored among those who battle the Guardian on the many planes of reality. Fascinating. Are many planes under attack? Who knows? 'Tis likely the planes are infinite, and so, it seems, is the Guardian's greed for them. His power, though, is immense but finite. Lately it seems he has been withdrawing his power from this plane to invade another close by it. Indeed, my own reality is under sorceress attack, and we are in dire need of aid. My first loyalty must be to my own world, and I must press my own war here. Still, all who oppose the Guardian must work together. Although I have no means of traveling the planes myself, I have been in contact with many like myself who champion their own realities against the incursions of the Red Titan. How dost thou contact them? There is a certain symmetry among the many realities. Communication is easier among planes or places or even buildings that resemble one another, in their geographies or inhabitants or destinies. Whom dost thou speak to on these other planes? For their sake, I fear to speak their names in this place. For the moment, I shall say only that thou should look for a sorceress lady in a fortress high above a desert. I cannot say more, for time is short, and I fear the Guardian has ears in this prison. Indeed, I must be gone from here. Once free of this field, I shall be able to rejoin my troops by mystic means. I can say I shall give thee a pair of gauntlets which will allow thee to move through the field. I could let him out, but then I'm trapped. I wonder if the field kills me, because if so, I resurrect back in Britannia. That's mentioned in the player guide, that if you die in the castle or the sewers, you're dead and have to reload. But if you die in one of the other worlds through the Blackrock Gem, then you just reappear in Britannia. Wait here, and I shall bring you a pair of their gauntlets. Do not be long. Alright. Experiment time. Making a save called Does This Kill Me? Sounds like an episode of Game Changers. No, I just can't get through. So, I need to steal animal training area. Cute. I need to steal some gauntlets from the blacksmith. Is this the floor with the blacksmith? No, I think that's down one more. Did they close the door behind me? that's up with a pull chain. Don't see a pull chain. Oh, here we are. I think that's the gate to the up. Yeah, it is. So maybe the guards can open down. I guess I haven't tried the obvious thing. Can I just... Portcullis is locked. Where? There's got to be a pull chain for it, right? If the goblins won't open it. I don't have... Telekinesis isn't for another couple of levels. See if that maybe toggles, maybe only one of them can be open at a time. So now that one's closed. Okay, yes, only one can be open at a time. I am pleased to see thee again, says the blacksmith. Thanks to thee, soon they will have more gauntlets than they know what to do with. Canst thou lend me a pair of thy gauntlets? Certainly. I know not why you might want a pair, but you are welcome to take this one. I thank thee. Interestingly, there's my pair on the ground because I don't have room in my inventory for the gauntlets. So I am gonna eat something just to free up a slot. That is too heavy for me to pick up. Oh, I still have no weight allowance. So I am temporarily going to just drop this bow because I'm no good at archery anyway. And, you know, I'll come back for it once I've ditched the gauntlets if need be. So back upstairs. Back upstairs. Toggle the chain. Back upstairs. Absorb. Hast thou retrieved the gauntlets, saith Bishop? Here they are. Or are they? Give them to thee, quickly. I needed to actually put them up here before I said here they are. Whoops. Now they've disappeared, and because I didn't pull them back out of the inventory window, they might have dropped on the ground? Or be in a random... We'll fetch them just a moment. Look and see if they're on the ground. They are. This is all quite ridiculous. I can't talk to the gauntlets. Bishop. There. Here they are. He has gauntlets. Here they are. A word, Avatar. 2 days ago, a strange black jewel the size of my thumb appeared here. Interestingly, 2 days ago is about right for the amount that I've slept and the amount of time that I have let elapse here. So I actually suspect that this dialogue is actually tracking the date. Not long after, 6 guards, for so do they fear me, appeared and demanded it of me. I sensed the guardian's sorcery in it, though I know not what part it plays in his designs. Thou shouldst seek it here, it may be of use to thee. Quickly now, we must hurry. I shall not forget this. He strides through the field and vanishes. Alrighty. I am curious about one thing, which is the armor value of the Frasnium gauntlets. Basically, should I hold on to them? And the official clue book says nothing on the matter, so I will probably trade them back for normal old chain gauntlets once I am absorbed through the field. But I will hold on to them for now. I evidently just used a scroll by misclicking. So, that's infuriating. I'm going to reload. And real quick, go and get the gauntlets from the dude again. Drop the bow here this time. Quicker to pick back up. Lend me some gauntlets. Boom, there we go. Thank you. Unfortunately, the ones that he lent me appear to be actual Frasnium gauntlets, because he hasn't had time, presumably, to start forging the iron gauntlets with Frasnium coating. Hopefully, iron gauntlets with Frasnium coating will not actually be useful to the war effort And so I have performed a delightful piece of sabotage that is unlikely to actually come up for anything other than that I made that goblin well disposed towards me for having suggested it. Okay. Here they are. Strides through the field and vanishes. I stride through the field and vanish. Pick the bow back up. Hold on to the Frasnian gauntlets for now. And try to remember where I stashed my actual gauntlets. There. Freed Bishop. And hopefully none of the goblins are the wiser because they don't come up here. So now if I speak to the captain, I will probably need to have some good lie. I thought it didn't register the first click, but it looks like it had. Some good lie about the rebels that I can claim to have gotten from Bishop. Or maybe I just say he's a tough nut to crack and I haven't learned anything yet. But hopefully he will give me the password to get out the front door. Back so soon. Hast thou had any success with the bishop? I can say, 'tis no use, he will not talk. Hast thou keys to any of the other cells? Nay, I merely stopped to relieve myself. Or hast thou found a black jewel in the tower? And I feel like in some games, some of these responses would be game ending. Like, reveal to them that I'm not who I say I am, and it aggroes all of the goblins, and I'm certainly not high enough level to take every goblin in this tower. That's not how Ultima tends to roll, though. So, have you found a black jewel? A mysterious letter arrived from the capital saying I should expect a gem to appear in, of all places, Bishop's cell, and there it was. I am a soldier, and a good one, and I like to stay clear of sorcerers' doings. Know ye aught of the matter? And I can say, nay, only that I must collect it from thee now, or I am well versed in the arts arcane, may I have it. I've got the issue that, again, my bags are overfull, but I can deal with that. Only that I must collect it from thee now. I am more than glad to give it up, Lorca. I wish only to be left out of the Guardian's magical conflicts. I thank thee, and good luck in thy work. I thank thee, Born. Farewell. Okay. Now that I have this, I wonder... Oh, it's light enough that I was able to keep it even though I have no space left in my bag. A cool black rock gem. It is very cool. So now I wonder if I ever actually need to leave the tower, or if now that I have this gem, like if that's all I need to do. In this zone. Okay, now that I've saved, where'd he go? There he is. See if I can get anything else out of Bourne. Hast thou keys to any of the other cells? They are not here. Janar has them. But why dost thou wish to open the other cells? I thought they might have more information on the rebellion. I am sorry, but these prisoners are some of the most dangerous in the Empire. I cannot let thee in for such a reason. So Janar has the keys to free the other prisoners. But do I need to free the other prisoners? I can't ask about the keys again. 'Tis of no use, he will not talk. What do you mean? If he is not made to talk, the Guardian's Regent will have our heads. What will we do? Do not worry, the Guardian shall be merciful with us. Indeed, and Mongbats shall fly out of my butt. Thanks a lot, friend Baton. He turns away in disgust. Alright, I think that's pretty much cleared that out. I wonder if it is possible to get the keys to the other doors. Obviously, if I'm here, I'm worthy of respect, so I get served. Had this conversation before, that's not him. They're both the same. There wasn't a goblin up here. Oh, hello. This is probably going to be reload territory. No? Alright. They're dead. Doesn't seem to be anything in here to make that have been worth doing. But, you know, a little bit of XP, I guess, and a bunch of damage to my gear. That's the locked one, okay. I'm genuinely not sure whether I should be trying to find this other goblin, except in as much as you know, it's probably good to free the Guardian's other prisoners if possible. Blacksmith. Try not to touch anything. That's fine. So it's just this. This is the kitchen area. Oh. I must kill Freemus to aid him. Freemus led the company of goblins that captured me and Marcus, my best knight. Later he made me watch as they mutilated him. If you killed him, I would give thee my most prized possession. And what is that? There's a cornucopia, a basket of food that refills itself. I have used it sparingly, and it should last thee some time. I had it with me when the gobs caught me, and they never guessed its value. Now it is the last of my family's wealth. I can say, yeah, thanks, or I am no one's hired killer. I said, I am no one's hired killer, and he said that he will seek his own vengeance, whatever it costs him. Cornucopia sounds pretty useful, though. Ah, this is Janar. May I have thy keys? Got work to do, eh? Well, regulations say I've got to ask you for the code word. Sure, it is... Let's see if it's the same code word for everything. It is not. Sorry, no keys for thee. very curious now. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if... Oh, a burned out candle. And here I thought one of the rooms had just, you know, gotten extra dark because it was in the prison. And I wouldn't be too surprised if you can't get his keys, but there's an awful lot of signposting about it. So I expect you can, which means I expect you should. Oh, I'm back at the security door. Which means I still can't get out. The captain says, "Let me out." Yeah, I'm not sure that the captain, like, that might just be signposting to tell me where the captain is, and I'm not meant to ever actually open these big doors, which, given that that would actually let me outside, presumably, and I'm not sure the engine supports that, I'm guessing you don't ever actually do that. So now that I've got the Blackrock gem, I am going to go do this and see if anything happens. And I should probably go report to Miranda. That I put the gem. There it is. The key gem remains inert in your hand. Interesting. What happens if I use it right on the open face? Nothing. Okay. Well, let's see what my friends up in Lord British's castle think about me having actually visited another world. I mean, I mentioned that much, but think about my progress there. Avatar. Good, I have been expecting thee. And this time she started the conversation, which does not usually happen. I recount my latest experiences, she records them. What is the current situation in the castle? The castle has been quiet recently, save for the servants who have become increasingly rude and irritable. Perhaps I should speak to them myself. I am sure they would listen to you, Avatar. Thou should speak to Nana first. Oh, and if thou hast not already done so, thou should take that gem thou didst find to Nystel. 'Tis an intriguing artifact, and I am sure he would be fascinated to look at it. nothing else that I want to know at the moment. Nana, Avatar, I must speak to thee at once. What may I do for thee, Nana? I find it insulting that we servants are treated with so little respect. Lord British has become accustomed to ordering us about like animals. What wouldst thou have Lord British do? First off, we should not be called servants. 'Tis a demeaning term and overused here in the castle. We should be given the title of domestic management. That seems reasonable. Aren't we all servants in truth? Lord British himself hath taken an oath to serve the people of Britannia. Should we not call him a servant then? The word implies that we are not entitled to basic human dignity. It should be discarded. Is that all thou dost want? More importantly, we desire a voice in the decisions that affect life here in the castle. We toil here every day, working just as hard as the nobles, if not harder, and yet we are never consulted on issues of day-to-day management. 'Tis like we are but children here. Sure, your arguments are persuasive, Nana. Avatar, wouldst thou take our grievances to Lord British? Thou art one of his most trusted friends, and he would take thee seriously. We only ask for a leveling of the unfair class structure that is so exemplified by life here in the castle. Wilt thou do it? Well, you should have picked a different class when you leveled up. Sure, I'll talk to him. Thou art truly a champion of the working class, she says. That's Nelson. Avatar, I have heard the news. What is it? I mean, that thou didst find a gem that took thee to a building in another world. Just think of what this discovery means. Or what does it mean? There are legends of events of other worlds. Just think if we could learn their truth firsthand. The Battle of Rhina, the homeland of the demons, any one of these things could lie through that gem. Why not come with me at sea? No, thank thee. Miranda is right. A scholar like myself should stay in the library out of danger. But be sure and visit me and tell me of thy discoveries. That's all. YOLO. What news? 'Twas a narrow escape from Mayor Patterson this morning. Did Julia finally behead him for his incompetence? I was searching for an underground storeroom when I heard his cries. He had been set upon by an enormous spider which, for some ungodly reason, had crawled up from the depths. What on earth had the fellow been doing down there, I wonder? Now, is there aught else thou would speak to me about? Nope, that's it for now. So I'm going to need to go talk to Patterson again. That's Ferdwin. That's a guard. Syria. Don't have anything. Get out of my way. Charles. No. Class struggles. Avatar, something strange is going on. Just now I asked Nana to bring me some ale and she stalked off without a word. My lord, the servants are unhappy with their place in the castle. Nana, was she not once a member of the Guardians' Fellowship? Aye, but I think her concerns are legitimate nonetheless. I must have time, Avatar, to think on the past and the way of life I have established in Britannia, and whether or not I have been just in my actions. Okay, I'll come back and talk to you later then. speak with Nystal. Well, Avatar, I sense thou dost carry some element of Guardian spellcraft with thee. What is it thou hast find? Perhaps this is what you mean. May I examine it? Nystal holds out a gnarled hand. Certainly. Nystal examines the jewel closely. He holds it in his left hand, closes his eyes, and mutters several strange words. He hands the gem back to you, now slightly warm to the touch. Thou should bring this down to the larger gem in the sewers and experiment. There might be some interesting effects. What kind of effects? The Guardian's spell placed this jewel on a plane under his sorceress dominion. Returning it to its source in Britannia may help upset his spell, throw the balance of his designs into disorder. Go then and try it. I will. Whoops, did not mean to go that way. I see. Where is Patterson? Possibly, if I can't find him anywhere else in the castle. Still in the basement, mucking around where Yolo found him. Feels like a definite possibility. It's Dupre's room, my room and Yolo's room. And then back to the throne room. I say throne room, but there's no throne. That's Faradwin. Patterson's in here or something. Dupre says, that bloke Patterson, he certainly is a strange one. Does he seem suspicious to you? Suspicious? No, I'd not say that. Anxious is more like it. Patterson is a coward, and being trapped in here by the Guardian is just fueling his cowardice. Alright, that's possible. If so, where is he? See if Nell also has class issues. She's real fed up with me asking if she knows anything else about the situation. I tell thee, all I know is the chanting in the throne room, warning at the 4th bell. Yes, that's all. It's fine. Sorry to annoy you. Let's see if Patterson's in the basement. Looks like some idiot emptied all of the barrels all over the floor. I don't know who that might have been. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Patterson lives in those southwest quarters. Unless he went down this to go all the way to the gem. That seems not super likely, but possible. I'll be heading in that direction soon enough. Yeah, I don't know where he is. He's disappeared pretty thoroughly. I mean, as I well know, this is the problem with a game with schedules and some amount of autonomy, is it can be very easy to just keep missing people as they travel to different parts of the castle while you're doing the same. But I have done a pretty good check. Now I'm just going to do a quick check and see if he happens to be here, and he's not. Seemed like it might have been interesting to have him be spying on the throne room, or the throneless room. I'm going to go down into the first level of the sewers, just long enough to poke my head around just this little loop, just to confirm to myself that I don't see Patterson here. So, alright. I should have gotten more sleep last night. Alright, I guess I'll see if Patterson's foolish enough to have come all the way down here. Doesn't seem like. So I had initially suspected that I was going to find a gem in each world. But now that I've gone through the process of having Nystal poke the gem, do some voodoo to it, I'm now suspecting that I'm just going to get one key and gem fuses with the larger gem and the face lights up. You feel a faint vibration run through the gem. Okay. So I am probably going to find a gem in each location because merging the gem with the gem opens more faces. So there I bounce off still. This one goes to the prison tower. And now I've got a new one. Now the question that I have is, are the worlds going to be entirely self-contained? So if there is more to do in the prison tower, can I figure everything out from first causes in the prison tower, or do I need to now go to another world, explore it for a bit, learn some more stuff, and then go back to the prison tower and using what I've learned? That could get complicated real quick. Halt! Who is it that would enter Killorn Keep? Alright. I know that name from having just, read Ultima lore. I am a traveler. Then thou shouldst speak to Nystal at once, stranger. Be prepared to inform her of your name, place of origin, and current destination. He pauses a moment and studies your clothing, which seems garish and out of place here. I'm wearing armor. What's so weird? 'Tis possible thou wilt undergo a loyalty test as well. See that thou art well versed in his law. That's not ominous at all. Do not... Okay, I tried talking to the animal wandering around. He says, "Sst! Do not speak to us here, lest you call attention to us. Speak to us only in the stables. Churl is too dim-witted to suspect anything." I genuinely did not expect that the animal would actually have something to say. Let's see. Well, the guards are different. A well-groomed young man in armor greets you. "I am pleased to meet thee, Magister. I am Relk, captain of the guards. Do come visit me in my quarters in the southwest sometime. I am sure we have much to discuss." "How dost thou know my name?" "'Tis a small keep, Magister. Do come see me." It's a small keep, but I've only talked to one person so far and did not tell him my name. Bichet. "Oh, how grand, another rotten customer. I suppose you'll be wanting to buy one of my valuable pieces of merchandise, right?" "There's no need to be rude. Art thou a merchant?" "No, I am Morsgotha's mother." "Cretin, of course I'm a merchant. Art thou blind, or dost thou have the brain of a sponge?" Canst thou take a break from thine insults to barter?" "I suppose thou dost think I enjoy this stinking job. My grandfather was a merchant here in the keep, as was my father after him. I was all but forced into this vile profession, selling all manner of junk to persons like yourself." "I am sorry that thou art unhappy here. That makes two of us. Thou hast no interest in my wares, dost thou?" "I would indeed like to buy something from thee." "Well, if thou dost insist, I suppose we can barter. Are you sure this is your desire?" "Yes." Bread, armor, leggings, better leggings and boots. I can't even tell what this is. Day-old meat on a stick. I'll offer you some leather boots and a dagger and this leather vest that I don't think I really want for some nicer boots. I make thee this offer. Sure. Great. Boots. That's the wizard. I'm not sure I want to do the loyalty test quite yet. And that might not be the wizard, but... Aaron, greetings, friend. I bid thee welcome to glorious Kilorn Keep, the castle which soars among the clouds. Thou dost seem like a well-worn traveler. I would wager that thou hast been off on adventures of late. Adventures are my business, good sir. Thou hast come to the right place then, friend. Thou wilt be a happier soul for having found me. Here thou might purchase many items which could tip the scales of success on your quest. Might thou be interested? Sure, indeed I would be. Thou shouldst know, my good friend, that my stock has been painstakingly gathered from all corners of the world, so that I may better serve such demanding customers as thyself. Aaron the merchant does not disappoint. What dost thou have for sale? My stock includes handcrafted arms and armaments, delicious foodstuffs, and provisions of the highest quantity. I can even offer you items of a magical nature, shouldst thou have a full enough purse. Wouldst thou care to make a purchase? Yes, let us get down to business. An apple, a mace, a short sword, and a torch. Do not wish to barter any further. You don't actually have anything good. Ah, that's a different... That's... Merzin. Welcome, welcome. I am Merzin, seller of a plethora of wonderful small magics and enchantments. I can even sell you a spell or two if you've skill in runic magic. Perhaps I have the charm you're looking for today. You are a charming fellow, but what I seek is information. Oh, I see. You're one of those questing types, no doubt, here to ask me where the mystic blade of Rognak is, or some such nonsense. Well, I'm here to buy and sell, not to answer silly questions. Actually, I want to ask about forms of payment. Well, why didn't thou say so before? I'm always happy to talk about payment. I'll always take gold coins, of course, or pearls, emeralds, rubies, or any other gems you might find. If you've a fine goldish goblet or scepter to trade, well, I wouldn't turn that away either. I do have a crown. What do you have for sale today? I have some tasty potions, or I can recharge a wand or identify a tricky item. Not interested in paying you to identify items when I can just wait until I level up far enough to cast Name Enchantment. I think I have all those runes already. Gonna check that though. Do I have all of the Name Enchantment runes? No. I do not. Unsurprisingly, I need Whiz. Well, I've got a bunch of levels to worry about it. That's Merzin, guard. Alright, so a lot of people who aren't surprised to see me just randomly appearing in a flying castle. Suggested that I visit the person who knew my name in the southwest. Well, similar layout. Is this where I came in? No. This is just... I have found... king who, you know what, I'm gonna save as I explore this place. Lord Thibris, greetings, my son. Who art thou? I am Lord Thibris, master of this keep. And what keep is this? Why, this is Kilorn Keep. A fine posting for an old soldier, I must say. A mile in the air, striking fear into the desert nomads. Very fine. Wert thou a soldier for the Guardian? And a fine one, too. I served him well in many commands and on many worlds. Tell me of some of thy past triumphs. Oh, thou hast hit on my favorite subject. Wouldst thou hear about my work in the Precor Loth campaign? 'Twas centuries ago, but I remember it as though it were this morning. Who was Precor Loth? Oh, some barbarian king or other. 'Tis of no import now. The Guardian offers him peace, but he would not take it, so I was sent to bring him down. 'Twas early in the battles that there was the Kilorn banner was lost. 'Twas in the early battles there that the Kilorn battle was lost. Such a pity. What banner was this? The blue banner of Killorn, the ancestral emblem of this place. In those days, there was still a Lord Killorn who rode into battle with his standard. Why bother destroying Prekor Loth? And deprive another world of the Guardian's peace? Art thou mad? I drove him 1,000 miles north of his capital till he died and was buried in a great tomb carved into a cliff. His greatest treasure still rests there, a horn of extraordinary power. What was special about the horn? Why, the sound from it could shatter buildings. None could wield it but Prekor Loth himself, but the Guardian hoped to harness its power somehow. Why did you not just dig it out? Well, you know, we tried that, but they built the tomb very cleverly. There was supposed to be a map divided in 8 parts hidden in the tomb, and it showed the way through a deadly maze. Most of my servants wouldn't enter the tomb at all, though. They feared the dead, the superstitious fools. It must have been a great victory. Ah, yes, he wipes a teary eye. 'Twas a great day for the Guardian then. Such a speech he gave. What was it like working under the Guardian? 'Tis fabulous. I remember in the final days of the Prekor Loth campaign, he came to us, freezing in our camp on the tundra, and gave us a wonderful display of magical fireworks. 2/3 of us came back with frostbite, but I tell thee, there was not a word of complaint. Fascinating. Well, I must be going. I understand, my son. Go in peace, and never forget the 6 or 8 virtues, especially the 3rd one. Well, anyway, never forget them. See if I can ask him about the virtues specifically. No. Well, let's see. Tell me again about Killorn Keep. What is it that keeps the keep in the air? Well, I never thought about it much. 'Tis the Guardian's work, and it doesn't do to ask many questions, I've found. Hast thou fought many campaigns for the Guardian? Blah, 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 blah. Centuries ago. How is this possible? Well, yes, it seems that on different worlds time runs differently, or perhaps I just age differently or something. I never quite understood. Well, that was fascinating. Let's go check out his quarters. He's got a lute and a skull. Latrines, great. That door is locked. Eyes glazed with boredom, the guard recites in a monotone. Welcome, traveler, to fabulous Killorn Keep, marvel of the northern wasteland, testament to the great Guardian's power and wisdom. Yes, you won't believe your eyes, the keep actually hovers 1,257 feet above the sands of the Crane Desert, maintaining our military supremacy in this area. We invite you to refresh yourself in our pub to the northeast. Who art thou? If you have any questions, suggestions, or complaints, please address them to Maistel, whose office lies to the northwest. Enjoy your stay. Cute. Same thing. Where am I? Same response. Let's randomly open doors and see if anybody's in a room that wants to talk to me. Altara. Hello, I am Magister. I am Altara, sorceress resident of Killorn Keep. Do you know, and then I can ask. I said, do you know virtues? Yes, and may I ask what business thou hast coming here? I just wandered in by accident. I'm afraid I am too busy. Alright. I will... write that on the map. Presumably somebody will tell me something that I can tell her, and she will actually be willing to pay attention to me. I found my still by accident. I did not mean to. Am I willing to answer them? Yes. What is thy name? I can say Abraham Lincoln. Magister. Next question. What country dost thou come from? Excuse me, I'm feeling ill. Can I answer these questions later? I'm gonna punt on that until I have a better feel for whether or not I need to be lying to her. But I was told to look for a sage or spellcaster or something like that in the Mile High Tower, which means now I'm going back to Altara and I'm going to ask if she knows Bishop. I went the wrong way. She's the one, not Mystel. She's the one I can probably trust. Do you know Bishop? Hush! Mystel is ever spying upon me. Doubtless she approached thee on the subject too. She runs to close the outer door. Wilt thou help me? However I can. I am no friend to the Guardian either. I once sought to organize an independent political movement, a group that would promote causes not specifically authorized by the High Council. What happened? The Council's policy debates are a sham, Magister. The Guardian brooks no dissent among his subjects. We were betrayed, and those of us too valuable to kill were exiled to the four corners of the Empire. Thus I was posted to this desert keep, ever observed by Mystel and her craven ilk. Why were you too valuable? I am a sorceress of some small ability. The Guardian values my research on extraplanar phenomena. Phenomena. Do-do-do-do-do. Tell me of thy research. Transactions among the many worlds are more common than thou might think. All sorts of things. Teleport storms, nice call forward. Major acts of magic, special plants and animals can bridge the gaps between realities. Just want to check something real quick. Okay. What are teleport storms? It is not known. Some sort of transitory localized disturbance, maybe a bit like turbulence in water. It moves objects and people arbitrary distances, both between and within worlds. Tell me more about the planes. How do magical acts affect the planes? There is a kind of resonance between planes which lie close to one another. Powerful and violent magics, such as the Guardian is so fond of, cause gateways to open between realities, where the same magic repeats itself more faintly, like an echo. It's interesting that it's so easy to accidentally do this, but was so difficult for him to do it in Ultima 7. Tell me more about the planes. What sorts of plants and animals? In this matter, I know only rumors. Certain plants are mentioned in ancient texts, which, when eaten, cast one into other worlds in one's dream. They speak of some kind of spiritual shrine associated with this phenomenon, but my recollection of the work is hazy. Spiritual shrine, you say? Into other worlds in one's dream makes me think of the berries in Martian dreams. So, I'm curious if that's a callback to Martian dreams, or something that's going to come up in this game that will let me visit the Shrine of Spirituality. Enough scholarship for now. Canst thou help me against the Guardian? She retrieves a dagger from a locked chest. You understand, 'tis a great risk for one in my position to trust thee with this. Listen well. I was a long while in the Guardian's service, and I know his methods. There will be an observer in thy castle, some magical creature lurking in the sewers and tunnels there. Hey, Vedeve. Where will it be? By now it has burrowed deep into the rock foundation of thy fortress, its ear to the stone, listening to all that transpires there. It will stay near a body of water and surround itself with walls of fire. I shall slay it. Keep this dagger with thee. This shall bring thee through any firewalls it puts in thy path. And though other weapons may wound it, only this blade may deal the killing blow. Thank thee, Magister. We shall make a good team in this. Farewell. Well, let's see if the door actually got closed. It did not. That was just flavor. Interestingly, I assumed that she was talking about Patterson, who I am continuing to assume, and maybe they're going to throw me for a loop on this, but I very much doubt it. But I'm assuming that Patterson is the one who performed the ritual that created the gem and everything. I mean, certainly every time I go back to the castle, people have a new reason to be suspicious of him. Ah, but this door is now closed, so... Alright. It wasn't just flavor. Having just saved, I'm going to risk talking to Maistel, but lie to her a lot. See what happens. No. She remembers that I'm Magister. I am from Siberia. That is not an acceptable answer. I've never heard of this country and is certainly not on our trading route. I warn thee, do not attempt to offer me false or imaginary answers. Go and consider thy options, but do not tarry over long. Having saved, I will say Britannia. My patience is not without its limits, stranger. Thou art warned. Okay, so I need to have an actual answer that she'll believe. Or I just shouldn't talk to her, which is fine. Alright, let's see who's on the other side here. I see an ancient man dressed in the garb of a servant. Wouldst thou speak to me of something, master? Who art thou? I am Ogre, son of Ergo, and I serve whoever holds power in Killorn Keep as my father did, and my father's father before him, since the first day stone was laid on stone at Killorn, these centuries past. Who is thy leader? The venerable Lord Thebris is king here, master. He is a kind man, a great warrior in his day. He was much grieved to hear that the banner had been lost. What banner is this? Although he's told me about it. Let's see if there's something else that this guy has to say. The lost banner of Killorn. In my great-great-grandfather's time, the castle's lord fell in battle against the demon Precor Loth. And with him was lost the keep's emblem, the blue eagle. If in thy travels thou shouldst hear word of it, 'twould give an old man some small joy to see it returned. I shall do what I can. It would mean much to me, master. Ah, that blue, like the ocean. A drunken young man in a guard's uniform hails you loudly. His name is Lobar, and his portrait is very similar to Dupre's. Ho there, stranger, sit and have a drink with me. Aye, gladly. I am Magister. He cuts you off. Nay, tell me not thy name, stranger, and I shall withhold mine. I would speak freely with thee, without fear of being informed upon. I serve under Relk these days, so I've had enough of that. Thou art a canny thinker for a drunkard. Indeed, excellence in all things has been my downfall. I was once a scholar of philosophy, before I was discovered to be a man of greatness. I see. And of what did thy greatness consist? To make my point, I'll have to say my name. Lobar. Know it? Nay. What? Hast thou spent thy whole life in the sticks? I won the Empire's dueling competition for 4 years straight. Remember me now? This was 5 years ago. I was 20 years old, and the talk of the capital. They called me the young Morsgotha. God, I was fast then. Who was Morsgotha? The Guardian's pet killer. Met her once, long time ago. Even beat her in a sparring match. Didn't care for her much, but she could handle a blade. Most of what I know about Morsgotha I know from Shadow of Light Dragon's fanfic. The Black Ankh. Highly recommended. Tell me more of thy story. I started getting the inner voice, the one they say comes to favored servants of the Guardian. You know it? He wanted me to kill people for him. I don't know why. Removing dissidents, I guess, or maybe just to show off that he had an unbeatable fencer in his pocket. Why didst thou not take his offer? Turns out he can do more than talk. Made it rough for me for a while. Still does when I'm sober. Drinking is the only thing that holds him off. If I own one thing in this world, it's my sword arm. I'm the best there is, and I worked to get that way, and I'll be damned if that red bastard will make me his toy. I understand thy sentiments. Dost thou? 'Tis rare that I find one who understands the worth of such things, particularly since I've been exiled to this backwater. May we then be friends? Of course. Tell me of this keep. He can train me in swords, but since I've chosen the way of the axe, I'm not going to spend my skill points on it. A stranger such as thyself must be wary of Mystel. If thou hast no good reason to be aboard, she will almost certainly suspect thee as a spy. She already has a campaign going against that stuck-up mage Altara. Who is Altara? Some sorceress the Guardian brought in here from the capital a while back. Not a real social type. Let us speak of the 8 virtues. The Guardian's virtues, of which I am clearly a living embodiment, are sobriety, punctuality, obedience, vigilance, conformity, efficiency, silence, and diligence. Bit of a colorless crew, eh? I'm going to write those down since I expect to be quizzed on them later. There's a pencil on this desk somewhere, I swear it. There it is. Okay. Cheese virtues. God, it would help if I could spell. Sobriety. Punctuality. Obedience. Vigilance. So the Guardians people don't tap when they attack. Conformity. Efficiency, which is cute because the Guardian doesn't seem to do anything the easy way if he can figure out a way to do it the hard way. Silence, also not a virtue of the Guardians. And diligence, which of course is also a gargoyle virtue, or rather a gargoyle principle. So that's an interesting bit of overlap. I think it's less that they're aspirational in the Guardians' case in particular, and more that they're more kind of guidelines. I prefer drunkenness. Well, I won't bore thee with the story of my life again, but I think thou dost understand my sentiments on the subject. Indeed, but I cannot tarry. I will see thee later. 'Tis a small keep. Yeah, the Guardian getting pissed off at himself every time he taunts me is pretty funny. Who are you? Kintara. Stay and talk to me a moment, traveler, for I see by thy clothing thou art from a far-off land, as am I. Where art thou from? I hail from the land of Javra, though it has been years since I have seen that place. I'm going to write Javra down as a place that I could claim to be from when I talk to Maistel. 'Tis beyond the Tue Mountains, far from this desert place. And tell me, who art thou? I am Magister, a traveler like yourself. 'Tis a hard life we lead, never staying long in one land. 'Tis fitting we meet in Kiloran Keep, for our home is a moving place, never settled, always shifting over a harsh landscape. Whither art thou bound, Kintara? I am bound for Mashan to receive a shipment of Shalathian dream spice. Wouldst thou hear of the wondrous effects of this drug? Okay, well, so I guess it is going to come up in this game. 'Tis said a small measure of it, prepared properly, can bring thee dreams of the other worlds that lie next to our own. Many who take the drug speak of visions of a strange and beautiful shrine. What a wondrous thing! I only wish I had some to offer thee. In the meantime, may I offer you these boots of fire resistance, fashioned in authentic dragon skin? Sure, how much are they? Well, it depends on what you can offer me. How about some boots? I make thee this offer. Boots and a bow? Accepted. Well, that was lovely. Serviceable level boots that I probably just got scammed, but you know. It's only a slight downgrade in my armor. Interesting. Where does this go? This underground region can't possibly be too big because it keeps flying in the air. Portcullis is locked, alright. Don't see a pull chain. Walk forward, axe ready. Correct choice was made. Wow. That rat took 3 hits to kill. Okay. That's some dead rats. Somewhat used torch. I've got some of those somewhere. Somewhat used torch. Great. I can stack you. Take the magic scroll. Toss this off to the side. Would you look at that? A key. A serviceable axe. Which is too heavy for me to pick up. I've already got a serviceable axe, so that's alright. Got some potions. Cheese is belonging to a rat. Door is locked. Well, wouldn't you know it? I just found a key. God damn it. I'm going to try beating this door down with an axe. That's why I save first, because if this doesn't work, I don't want to keep the damage to the axe. Alright. That doesn't seem to be the correct shenanigans. I always liked this song. It's nice to finally hear it in context. And yes, I've been here, but my map hadn't fully filled in that back section, so... Apparently I leveled up at some point. This portcullis was also locked, so... let's see. Nope. So I do not know yet what that is a key for, but, you know, I like collecting keys. It better not be a key for something in Britannia. That would honestly kind of infuriate me. Okay. No sign of any secret doors. There may be some, but I didn't detect them. So, alright. That's underneath Killarn Keep. Guess if they call that level 2, then there's no up from here. So... and indeed, this stair up, they put the room on the same map. So... door is locked. Well, let's just randomly keep trying this key everywhere. Here, just a guard. It's a weird bit of dissonance. I'm not sure I like it, to be honest. Ah, the stables. Let's talk to some cats. A voice speaks to you, but you cannot place its source. Shh, go talk to she who they named Blackie. Peaceful human named Churl. Yeah, what is it? What are all these cats doing here? The Trilks are good for carrying stuff and they're smart. Guardian likes us to breed them. They say he takes shipments of them for himself. Don't know why. How smart are they? Just animals, you know. What's the big deal? Nothing, I guess. Yeah, sure. A deep, resonant voice speaks inside your mind. Magister, I see in your mind that you can be trusted, that you are not from this world, that you are an avatar. Yes, that is correct. We have need of a helper, but I see thou dost know nothing of our situation. The humans named us Thrilkai. They do not know that we are able to communicate in this way. Why speak to me? I see that thou hast virtues that will prevent thee from betraying us. We must risk this, as many of us have need of a human agent in the keep. I will help thee where I can. Human, I am the oldest among us here, and I have heard many stories of our race's past, wild tales of Thrilkai who flew among the stars and hurled fire at the humans. Really, are these guys related to the Kilrathi? I would learn if thou hast met any being who has knowledge of this. I have heard something of this. Hast thou found anyone that can speak of our past? No. If thou couldst learn the truth, it would be a great service to our race. Okay, but is there like anything else? Nope, now all I can do is talk about the past. So obviously my first idea is to go and talk to Altara just because she's the one person in the keep that I can actually trust. And she's a scholar. Okay, nobody in those rooms. And I think those rooms are where I would have expected that dude who knew my name to be. Because I didn't write it down, but I thought he said either southeast or southwest corner room. And as far as I can tell, there isn't a southwest corner room. So this is the southeast corner room. So I guess I'll just check back periodically and see if I see him. A map case. Fascinating. Sturdy chest, which I assume is locked. No. I empty the chest. There's a wand. But it's belonging to a human, so we'll, for the time being, let that be. Alright, that's the map of Killorn Keep. All that's left is to possibly deal with Mystal. Prekor Lolth, I'm guessing, because of the fact that the campaign took a long time, but the guy didn't age, was in another world, so presumably I'm going to have to get the gem that unlocks the next world, or some number of worlds down, before I find the Banner of Killorn, because I assume I'm going to have to do that. I mean, it's just the kind of thing that you have to do in these games. A well-groomed young man in armor greets you. Welcome to my quarters, Magister, or should I say Avatar? So, okay, this is the guy who told me to meet him in his quarters, and then since he wasn't in his quarters, I went back to exactly where I talked to him the first time, and he says, welcome to my quarters. How dost thou know who I am? He begins to laugh. Did you really think your coming was not foretold? He raises his voice. See, Guardian, see how well I serve you? It is not Lobar who deserves the blessing of thy voice, but I, Relk. I shall show thee, Magister, thou wert right to inform me of the Britannians' coming. Sorry, Master, not Magister. I shall show thee, Master, thou wert right to inform me of the Britannians' coming. See how well thou hast chosen. And we get into a fight. Are the other guards fighting me too? No, it's just him. I'm a little surprised they're all just standing around watching this. Ah, he got me. Interesting. Oh. I had not actually explored all the way back in this corner. So I had missed that scroll and also that slug, but you know. I'm gonna call this a good time to report back to Miranda. I wonder if Relk is going to attack me as soon as I return to Killer and Keep. Alright, she doesn't seem to think that anything from Killer and Keep is super relevant. I'm going to see if Lord British has made any decisions about the class structure of the castle. He sighs. I have made my decision. 'Tis a reform too long in coming. The ordering of our society is an ancient one, and it carries with it many evils which have long gone unrecognized. I shall inform them myself that I find their demands and their anger understandable and justified. Alright. Good of you. Looks like you're just standing around in your room, but, you know, good of you. I'll go talk to Nana. She probably will have dialogue as though he's already talked to her. Where is Nana? Is that you? No, Syria. Did you go back to the kitchen area? Is that you? That's Nana. Great. Magister, I have heard of Lord British's decision regarding the domestic management. Thou hast struck a mighty blow for the working people of Britannia. I mean, go me, I guess? Alright. So what now? I can talk to Meistel and see if she accepts Javra as a place for me to have been from. Especially now that I know what the Guardian's virtues are. Other than that, don't have a specific next thing that I feel like I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, I was going to go talk to Altara. See if she knew anything about the cat's history. See if Relk is surprised to see me turn back up again. And I think by 10-ish, I'm gonna call it a night. I've been at this for a little bit now. There he is, still trying to fight me. Do want to make sure I don't accidentally attack somebody else. Why is no one here giving a shit that this fight is happening? So here I am again, but if I can just hurry back in, he's almost dead. Assuming he hasn't managed to heal. He has apparently healed some, but not a lot. That was a heck of a hit, because I still had like half my hit points left when he landed that blow. Interesting. The colors, the lit up section bounces back and forth. I briefly had access to the ice caves. But I'd like to finish this fight. If I can do so while this guy is still wounded from previous parts of the fight, which it appears to be. Finally! Christ, on a sidecar. Serviceable longsword. Some gold. That's funny. Lantern. Yeah, I don't... I apparently, I don't know, did I accidentally hit her? Did she just not like that the fighting happened in her room? Did she like him? Oh, they were angered because I looted him. That's why they're attacking me. Okay. Wow, I hadn't saved in a while. That's annoying. Because, yeah, I don't want... Like, there's too much of a chance of... I know this game can be soft-locked, and I know this game can be soft-locked surprisingly easily. I cannot risk continuing having aggroed part of the keep. I just can't. So... Need to go back to the surface from this. Need to go into the stables, talk to the cats. This end, yeah, this is a locked portcullis, so let me, I think I had neglected to mark the portcullis on my map as a locked thing. And then I'm guessing, like, Relk had the dialogue as though we were fighting in his room. And I have a sneaking suspicion that that's where that encounter was supposed to happen, and that the keep in general doesn't aggro when you fight him because the game logic assumes that you're fighting him in his room with no audience. Just a guess. And I think that means that I would have been able to loot him afterwards. Because there would have been no audience. Okay. Let's talk to the cat. Promise to try to find somebody with knowledge of their history. The rooms that I presumably should be fighting Relk in. Maybe I should talk to him in the main section and then kite him all the way back there. Anyway, I am now going to do what I had intended to do before I accidentally wound up in a fight with Relk, which was ask Altara if she knows anything about the cats. And that appears to be a no. Alright. So she doesn't know anything. Now I'm going to save. Try to claim to be from... Yes, it gives me it as an option. Javra beyond the Tua Mountains. Javra, I see. She peers at you suspiciously. What country art thou bound for? And I can say Mashin for trading purposes. What then is the 7th of the 8 virtues? Okay, well, I have no reason to believe that a drunk dude gave them to me in order, but my options here are spirituality, excuse me, I must meditate on the profundity of this question, honor, and silence. And since silence is the only one of those that is one of the Guardian's virtues, and also does happen to be exactly the 8th one that drunk dude Lobar said to me, silence. Excellent. I see that thou hast studied well the way of our master. Now that I have ascertained thy loyalty, I have a proposition to make to you. I have need of one who is a stranger to the keep, one who I can trust with some private information. Wilt thou hear of it? Sure. It is a delicate matter. I would like you to speak with a resident of the keep, the sorceress Altara, and sound her out on certain topics. I have reason to suspect she is an enemy of our guardian. If thou canst find proof, I shall give thee 30 gold pieces. I wonder if the 30 gold pieces is specifically a reference to 30 pieces of silver. What is in it for thee? Altara once seemed destined for the Guardian's High Council. Why has she come to a backwater like Killorn? Her reasons for being here don't add up at all. If I could uncover proof of her treachery, I might receive a promotion, perhaps even a position in the capital. Wilt thou do this for me? I shall do it. Where is the money? Money will come with proof, Magister. Now go. It is not well we should be seen together. I didn't find out what specific topics to ask. So I tried talking to her again to see if I could ask her what topics to ask. And I was given the option to say, she gave me this magic dagger. This is proof she's an enemy. Or I can just say, she expressed dissident views. This is proof she's an enemy. But I'm going to assume, I'm going to hope that I can tell her that the Guardian is sniffing about. Nope, I can't. So I can betray her, but I can't warn her. That's a thing. Interesting. So the listener imp can make fields of fire, and the dagger can cut through them. And there was that section of the map in the sewers where there were the lava falls, and I couldn't get through. Can the dagger get me through those? I'm gonna save just in case Rex starts the fight. And then I'm gonna try to see if I can get through the lava falls with the dagger, and if there's an imp back there. Where am I? Oh, I went the wrong way. But also, that means that if I, leave Killorn for a while and then come back, there's a chance that Rek will wind up in the room where I'm actually supposed to have my little fight with him. Orp. Back here. And let's go up. Why does this castle have such a big sewer? It's freaking redonkulous. Alright. From here, I want to go down here. So let's try to jump in the water from the south end of this little island and then swim quickly to avoid the lurkers. And the current very strongly sends me south, so this is interesting. I haven't been here before. Okay, no sign of that being a secret door. So, let us continue. This is where I want to be. This was not this way last time I came this way. This was a solid wall last time I was here. So I am, in fact, onto something. Where did I put the dagger? I'm sadly not as good with these weapons, but I'm gonna resave over that and then try. Yep. The path opens up in front of me. I don't have to walk through stuff. Let's go into combat mode right from the get-go here. Can I talk to the imp? Nope. An upset imp called the Listener. Okay, it's dead. And the dagger shattered when I killed it. So, I'm going to head back up just on the grounds that getting back to the down ladder to go down and go talk to Altara again requires casting Water Walk. And that's a bit of a pain in the ass. Whereas there's an up right here. Where? Ah, okay. So, just need to... Right, this is a shortcut of sorts. Of sorts. Oh, fell in. It's alright. Son of a bitch. There we go. Okay. He didn't have anything new or interesting to say. There we are. Avatar, I have been expecting thee. What is the current situation in the castle? To be frank, Avatar, I am most concerned about our water supply. Even if we shut off the fountain in the courtyard, we are still going to have to conserve as much as possible. How are the castle personnel doing? Our people are doing alright so far. Come to think of it, Theradwin seems to have something on his mind, and Sir Dupre has been so restless lately. He's always drawing his sword and sheathing it again. Perhaps thou canst find some way for him to help thee. Is there aught else thou wishest to know? Not right now. Theradwin and Dupre. Oh, hey, finally, Patterson. How are things, Patterson? 'Tis disheartening, Avatar. I try to help the others out, but it never seems to come out right. Now it seems like the whole castle is avoiding me. 'Tis strange to feel so alone when trapped in a castle with a score of other humans. I pity thee, Patterson. Yes, 'tis a common sentiment round here. Will that be all, Magister? Yes, I'll speak with thee later, because I wasn't going to lie to him and say that I was his friend. Is that Dupre? No, it is YOLO. I don't see Dupre, so he might be back in his rooms. Theradwin was usually in the courtyard, though. Let's see if he still is. Oh, there's Dupre, too. I think that's Theradwin. Yep, I have a meaning to speak to thee, Avatar. What is on thy mind, Theradwin? Avatar, canst we not do something about Patterson? He is without doubt the most inane fellow I have encountered in my life. Has he been bothering thee? He hath been a constant pest, and methinks not only to me. Many others have been complaining about him. If his behavior continues, I shall have stern words for the man. I agree with thee. Something should be done about him. Aye, and done soon. And that's it. Dupre! Good day, Avatar. What's on your mind? What's on your mind? By the serpent, Avatar, standing around in this castle is driving me crazy. Thou shouldst see Miranda. Perhaps there is some way thou could help out. I have done so, perhaps a dozen times already. I am no good at organizing supplies or calming the mayor. If only she'd give me permission to venture through the gem as thou dost. What else have we to speak of? There's one thing more. Is there, though? No. Alright, so that's that. I've talked to both of the people that Miranda suggested I should speak to. And half an hour ago, I had said that I was going to run until 10-ish. Did I say 10-ish, or did I just say only for a little while longer? Or I don't remember what I said. But my intent at the time was that I was going to stop around 10-ish. And I just kept finding more easy things to do next, which is always a good sign. So, having spoken to everybody here, well, no, I'm going to go see if Lord British has anything to say about the fact that I killed a freaking spy imp in his castle. I'm going to assume no. but seems like the kind of thing that he might respond to if this guard will get the heck out of the way long enough for me to actually get to the stairs. Thank you. You've already told me that. Okay. And now you have nothing new to say. Did I not, like, did my reload past to the point where I got that response from him and told Nana? I doubt it. But Patterson, Miranda, Charles, where's Nana? I'm gonna talk to her just to make sure. Guard. And it might be back in the corner in the food area with the rest of the domestic management, none of whom appear to be here. Ah, here we are. Nana. Okay. So Nana is back here and says this again. So I don't know whether I had needed to redo these. And I thought I had this conversation with her before, but I think not. So she's saying that the Guardian's been talking to her and trying to lure her to his side with promises of an egalitarian society where workers have equal representation in all levels of government. So I responded, "The Guardian seeks to lure us each with our own desires. He hath misjudged what I desire then. My true desire is to see Britannia's social order change, but from within and willingly. I do not simply want equality and an end to the class structure. I wish that all people, nobles and peasants alike, should first understand the need for that change and then strive themselves to achieve it." Alrighty, well, that was interesting. So next session, I'm gonna go back to talk to Altara again and see if she has anything new to say now that I've killed the imp, and possibly see if I can fight Relk and not have to, you know, spam resurrecting and running back through the gem repeatedly. And if neither of those things pan out, then I do now know that if I play my cards right, I can step through the Blackrock gem in the sewer and wind up in the ice caverns, which is fascinating. So that's it for tonight. Thank you all for hanging out, and I am going to go ahead and raid Galara Dragon, who just started her stream crafting quite late. I'm going to confess that one of the reasons I did not stop at 9:40 was I wanted to wait and see if she would start her stream Otherwise, I'd happily raid Neon Arcade again, but that's who I raided last time I did a raid. So, um, so I'm gonna raid Galara, and I don't have many people watching me at the moment anyway. So, thank you, small handful of people, and I will see you next time. I think I need to do 1 or 2 more streams before the end of the month to be affiliate, which I don't know why I want, but people tell me I want it, so okay, sure. And so I'm going to have to fit those in because I'm traveling later next week. But I will try to fit them in and have some fun. So see you next time. Walk in virtue, and thanks again.